Evening, gents. Hope you're well. I'm just here hanging out with this poor little puppy dog who's just had her, just been desexed today. Now, guys, while I'm here, please let me know if this audio is working or not. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If it's working well, thumbs up. If it's a thumbs down, I'll know that's not working well. Haven't got my earphones as usual tonight, but I just want to make sure that you guys can hear this really, really nice and clear, because this is an issue that I used to have in a really, really big way. So when I was working a lot, particularly in the early days of running a business and helping high performance men, I was not very present at all with Soph. I was always thinking about work. My head was constantly going. It was just, lights were on, but nobody was home. I remember a time where we were out for dinner, out eating sushi. Didn't have a lot of money, so sushi was a good thing back then. And when we were out, I just remember thinking about work. That was it. And she's like, "Babe, you're not even here. You're not with me. What is the point in us going out for dinner if we're just going to sit here and eat and have two different conversations in our head?" And I was like, "Fuck." And so pretty much I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm like really never ever actually with Soph, because I'm always thinking about something else. So if you find that you get that, then this is for you, and it's going to be really, really helpful for you. Thankfully, when I learned this technique before Layla was born, so now when I'm with Layla and when I'm with Soph, I'm 110% with them. And I'll tell you what, guys, it is so much fucking nicer being 110% with your child, 110% with your partner, instead of being there physically but not being there mentally. Okay. So first of all, what we're going to look at is like, what do we normally try in order to fix this? Now, first of all, when we're trying to be more present and trying to be there with our kids or with our partner, things that we'll try and do to fix this, like we'll try and go out and do things. We'll just go out and we'll try and head to the beach. We'll try and do activities with them. We'll try and watch movies or watch TV with them, and this works to an extent. What ends up happening is that even after a while, when you are making the effort to go out and do these things, you'll still get called away and you'll still go and start thinking about work. The next thing that a lot of people are doing now, which is great, I don't want to knock this, but this is not that effective, is we start trying to turn off our phone, get rid of our phone, turn off notifications. And that's really, really good. Then our brain just goes and looks for the next thing after that. I noticed even I was doing it. I delete Facebook and delete Instagram off my phone a lot, so I have very little social media access. And even when I was doing that, I'd end up just going checking fucking WhatsApp or my emails or literally anything. You just keep searching for it. See, the real issue that we have going on here, the real reason why we're not able to be present is because dopamine is just going in overdrive, and our brain is just looking for dopamine. Dopamine is the molecule of more. It's the motivation neurotransmitter. It's a motivation brain chemical within our nervous system. What it does is it makes us want things. And when we're addicted to work, like a lot of us are, when we're addicted to stimuli, work, drinking, drugs, whatever it is, and that's all that we can think about, it's just going, our brain is just searching for that next dopamine hit, and it needs it. Our brain is addicted, it's hooked on this. And that's why when we're with our kids and with our partner, we don't necessarily get that same dopamine boost. And that's not a bad thing about them. It's just not what they're there for. They're there for other neurotransmitters, more of the serotonins, oxytocins. They're looking for they give us a different neurotransmitter. What happens when dopamine takes over is that's all that we think about. We just think about, how can I get my next dopamine hit? How can I make that next bit of money? How can I get that next drug? How can I get that next bit of alcohol? You see this a lot with addicts, right? They start going and robbing from their family. They start thieving. They start doing all these things which they know are bad and they know that they don't want to do, but dopamine is just running on overdrive. So you can do anything that you want in order to try and fix this. You can try going on holidays. You can try making time and going and doing activities. You can try, turning off your phone or changing notifications on your phone. You can do any of these things, if you want to, and they're all good things to do. But they're still not going to fix the root of the issue. What you need to do is you must fix the dopamine problem. Because if you don't fix the dopamine problem, the problem's just going to move. You're going to go on holidays, right? You go on holidays, and then all of a sudden you're going to go watch the TV, and your TV's going to be on. Your head's going to start racing, you're going to start thinking about it. Or you'll think of an idea, and then all of a sudden you'll be in your head, and you'll be on a notepad scribbling something down. It's just going to continually move from thing to thing to thing, because your brain is just going to be chasing dopamine. Right? You can go and turn off your phone. You can make sure that you've got like activity time set out for your kids. Then your head will just drift off. You'll see something and think of something at work or something that you need to do. The cravings will come back. So what we need to do is we need to rewire the nervous system, okay? Specifically what we want to do is we want to rewire our parasympathetic nervous system, which is a part of the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic meaning you don't think about it. It's subconscious. That's why this stuff is so hard to beat. And that's why we need to do it this way. You need to go right to the root of the cause. If you don't know how to do this, right? If you don't know how to do this, what I want you to do is I want you to just go down below and I want you to just comment dopamine. Okay, I've just made a new training on how to optimize your dopamine, how to fix this. What I want you to do is just comment dopamine. I'll show you how to do this, because what happens is when you start getting your dopamine rewired, you can be super present with your wife. You can be super present with your kids. You can be there in the moment and not worrying about 1,000,001 things. All the stressful bullshit that's happening at work, all the bills, all the mortgages, all that sort of stuff. You can step away from that and you can actually turn your brain off and actually have an amazing conversation with your partner. You can have an amazing time with your kid. And I'm so thankful I learned how to do this, because beforehand, when I didn't know how to do this stuff, if I was like that, there's no way in hell that I would have been able to watch my daughter grow up the way that I do right now. And there's something really fucked up about life, is that every single second that you spend, you're one second closer to death. Every single second that is gone is a second that you'll never, ever, ever get back. And so every single second that you spend of your life where you're not present with the people that matter most, where you aren't your best self, and you're just bumbling away in mediocrity, not being the man that you should be, that's a second that you'll never fucking get back. And when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna regret those seconds. And I can't think of anything worse than being about to die and living my life with regret, okay? On that note, guys, comment dopamine down in the comment section below, right? But don't fucking hesitate. Don't wait another second. Just fucking go out and do it. Get the free training. We'll show you how to fix this stuff. We'll make sure that you have everything that you need in order to be present for your kids, be present for your wife, and actually be able to live your life so that when you do eventually die, which you fucking will, all of us are gonna die, no one gets out of this alive. When you do die, you can actually look back in your life and say, fuck, I spent this in the best way possible. On that note, guys, I'll leave you all to it. Comment dopamine if you want access.